Okay, let me start up by saying, I'm sure you've noticed that in most of my videos, pictures, whatever, I wear headphones a lot. Long story short, it's pretty much like my biggest coping mechanism. Kind of like, a toddler with their binky. I'm working on it. I was doing real good with not having them on 24 hours a day, but it's been a long few weeks. Anyway, I had been meaning to make this video for a while. It was my trip to Six Flags over Georgia, the beginning of this month. It was absolutely horrible. I mean, horrible. Alright, I got myself like a little cheat sheet right here because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. Because, I mean, when I tell you it was a nightmare, I'm not joking. Okay. So first, let me start out by saying that we spent over $200 online to set up a day for us to go and celebrate my daughter's 12th birthday. She loves Six Flags. So obviously, if you're a girl, 12 is a pretty big deal, okay? And this is what she's wanted to do all year. Alright, so we spent well over $200, like I said, and that encompassed 4 pastas, $25 parking, and a 2-meal deal where you get 2 meals and you get your drinks free. Well, first we get into the park, or we're trying to get into the park, and we didn't get there till around 4:30 because my boyfriend had to work, and the park said online that it closes at 9. We get there at about 4:30 and they tell us, oh, we close at 7. Did you still want to come in? Obviously, we're still going to come in. I got a fucking 12-year-old with me who's been waiting for this forever. They said it's posted online, and it was because it was the last couple of days before school's out or whatever. We looked at everything to see what the best deals were and to make sure that my daughter could even go on the rides. And it was not posted anywhere we saw. We go back online, and it took us forever to find anything about it. Okay? That's a pretty big fucking deal. Okay? So you might want to make it a little more obvious, at least for those couple of days. Okay? That's just fucking courtesy. They don't tell us at the gate that in order to be able to get your free drinks, that you need a wristband. Okay? Before I go on about this, let me add real quick that my boyfriend used to be in the Navy, okay? And he did a lot of manual labor for the last 6 years. And long story short, he had a severe back injury that he had to have major surgery on about 2 years ago. Yeah, not fun. So back to the wristbands. He had to go all the way to the front of the park, which, if you've been to this Six Flags, Gotham City is like on the other side of the park, okay? He had to walk from there to the front to... My boyfriend had to go to the front of the park to find somebody who even knew what the bracelets were. And most of them, you were lucky if they worked at Six Flags longer than 3 months. They wear these badge things, by the way. I was on rides with my daughter. Had I known what the hell was going on, I definitely would not have let him do that. I would have done that. There's no way in hell with his back. I would not have allowed that. Alright. One of my favorite rides in the Gotham City area is a ride called the Mind Blender. Okay? It's a pretty cool mini quick roller coaster. And if you're into roller coasters and an adrenaline junkie like I am, you'll love it. Problem is that the stop on the end of the ride is very abrupt and hard. Okay, that shit, you're gonna be like, bam, real quick. Okay. Again, my daughter's 12. They stopped the ride, and all of a sudden, my daughter's face just goes pale white. She looks at me, terrified, like she just saw a freaking ghost or something. And she's like, Mommy, I can't move my arms. You want to talk about having the biggest, most major fucking mom panic attack? Like, oh my god. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, my daughter's got a fucking spine injury. She got whiplash or something. You guys need to work on that. Okay? Oh, and I forgot to mention the best part of the Gotham area. 3 rides were shut down. 3 of them. There's a total of maybe 5 or 6 in that area. If that. No, I think there's probably like 5. But anyway, 3 of them were shut down at the time. Okay, so all we could do was the swings and the Harley Quinn, like, spinning bucket rides. Don't get me wrong, I love that game. Or that ride. I do. And like I said before, a good majority of the workers there, aside from like a couple of ladies in the front when you go in, they had no idea what the hell they were doing. They obviously had not been there very long because they couldn't answer any of our damn questions about anything, including locations of rides, like which way to go. They got maps and shit, but if you're like me, you can't read a fucking map. Most of the stores and the games were closed down before we even had a chance to play anything, which was a huge disappointment yet again to my daughter, 12, because she loves to play those games, and she's probably the only person that I know can win at a fucking claw machine. Every time. Oh, not to mention that, most people on the way out, they're like, oh, you did such a good job, Billy, so I'm going to get you an ice cream. Not today. Me and a group of many other pissed off moms were in a line sitting there bitching at the freaking customer service people because we wanted to get our poor kids an ice cream. There was only one location in that entire park still open. Okay? One. Part is that one ice cream place that was open was on the other side of the park, in the back, when we were already at the entrance getting ready to leave because the place was about to shut down. Okay? They're like, yeah, you gotta go back there to that one location. We're like, dude, by the time we get there, it's gonna be closed, and then we're gonna have to walk all the way back. Do you have children? Yeah. In summation, the only thing that was worth paying for was the parking, because it was literally right outside the entrance. That's about it. Worst experience I've ever had at any Six Flags. You guys need to step up your game. Because Six Flags over Georgia, you suck balls.